Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Reimagining a Rockford community. City Council could approve or deny a massive residential project on the city's west side.
Plus, seeing an increase in need, the Rockford community is challenged to give back to local food pantries. Many people are struggling to feed their families.
And a teeing off for a good cause. The No Bowl Golf Day is all about helping local organizations continue to provide support to those with Down syndrome in the state line. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Rockford City Council members consider a proposed multi-million-dollar development. It would transform vacant land on the city's west side into a residential space.
Taylor Castro is at City Hall ahead of tonight's meeting. Taylor, this has been in discussion for a while, correct?
Eric, Mimi, yeah, that's right. This vote was laid over after the passing of Alderwoman Linda McNeely, but now that Jeff Bailey represents the 13th Ward, the discussion is back on the table. This plan is to turn a 14-acre vacant field on South Avon Street into a residential area. In addition to the apartments and other units, developers intend to include a mixed-use commercial building for entrepreneurs and businesses, plus family resources like a child care center and social service area. The project will take about 3 years to complete.
The community is going to benefit because it's going to impact economically. They're going to bring more business. They're going to bring more taxes. They're going to bring more service to the area. So the community is going to benefit.
The meeting will get started here in about half an hour. I'll have more tonight at 9 and 10. Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Taylor Castro. Eric, back to you.
Thanks, Taylor. A man faces several felony charges after a 12-hour standoff in Rockford. Just before 5 Friday night, officers were called to a house on 16th Avenue, a couple blocks west of Key Malquist Park, for a man with a gun. They were told the man pointed a gun at a woman who he knows. Everyone in the house was able to get out. Police parked their armored vehicle right on the front lawn. Neighbors saw officers walking around with guns. Police finally convinced the man to come out Saturday morning. They arrested Elias Rosales. The 25-year-old is charged with aggravated assault, unlawful use of a weapon by a gang member, and a felon. Rosales was also wanted on an outstanding warrant.
A new push in the state line to help out others. The mayor's hunger campaign's looking to raise $45,000 for local food pantries. Rockford's Mayor Tom McNamara says there's been a huge increase in need over the last year. Need at the Rock River Valley Food Pantry is up 90%, and the elderly are the biggest age group needing a helping hand right now. Donations are equally distributed among 9 local pantries, which make up the Greater Rockford Pantry Coalition.
The current year's campaign will probably pay for, depending on the size of the pantries, some of the pantries it will pay for a significant portion of the food that they buy during the year. At our pantry, we are one of the smallest pantries, God's glory is, and it'll probably pay for half of the food for the year.
There will be a breakfast next month to thank donors as well as celebrate the success of the campaign.
A local fundraiser has golfers hit the links while raising awareness for an issue deep within the community. The Amanda Reed Memorial hosted its annual golf play day at Forest Hills Country Club. It raises money for domestic abuse awareness. Reed's boyfriend killed her in 2009. Ever since, the foundation has worked to educate state line children about domestic violence to prevent the cycle from continuing. Here at Eyewitness News, we are committed to supporting survivors of domestic and sexual violence. We have a list of resources for anyone who may be struggling. You can find those on our website, mystateline.com. Just click on the State Line Strong tab. And on the other side of the river, at another golf course, players raised money for a Forest City nonprofit. The 13th annual No Bowl golf outing at Rockford Country Club benefits Gigi's Playhouse. Gigi's provides educational, therapeutic, and career-minded programming for people with Down syndrome. This year, that's about 425 individuals. All those services are free.
These events mean everything to us because of the fact that we don't charge for services. Our community is absolutely everything. And to have an event like the No Bowl golf outing come off without a hitch and to have so much community support really makes a difference in helping individuals with Down syndrome lead their best lives and become their best of all.
Along with a round of golf, there was also a golf ball drop and an opportunity to guess the weight of the real-life bull that gave Gigi's its name.
Gas prices are still on the rise in the state line. In fact, the average for a gallon of regular is up more than 14 cents in the last week, now averaging $3.89. That's 26 cents higher than a month ago. AAA blames the skyrocketing gas prices this summer on increased demand and reduced supply, and that's because of the heat. Refineries aren't designed to operate in temperatures above 95 degrees. Most of America's refineries are located in the south, where temperatures have soared into the triple digits for much of the past month. Economists predict gas prices will drop by October, but hurricane season could lead to more short-term price hikes. If you drove on Bypass 20 this morning, you probably noticed something a little different. Traffic shifted from the westbound to eastbound lanes from the Rock River to Alpine Road. Eastbound traffic can get to 11th Street, but not westbound. Crews are making several road and lighting upgrades. The project is scheduled to end November 24th.
Governor J.B. Pritzker signs a measure that could lead to a change in the way people in Illinois vote. The new law establishes a task force to look into ranked choice voting for presidential primaries. Using the system, voters rank candidates instead of choosing one. Supporters say in the 2020 primary, thousands of early voters chose candidates who dropped out before the Illinois race. RCV would count a voter's next choice. Evanston municipal elections use the new system. It's the first Illinois city to do so.
July was a record breaker for recreational cannabis sales in Illinois. The state's regulating department says July's weed sales topped $140 million. That's the highest this year and the second highest monthly total since pot became legal. Illinois residents were the biggest customers, but a sizable chunk, nearly $36 million, was spent by out-of-state visitors, most coming from Wisconsin.
Donald Trump's legal team calls prosecutors' proposed protective order too broad. It's part of the latest case against him connected to the 2020 election and January 6th.
The former president's lawyers say the original order violates his free speech. Anna Warnicki tells us prosecutors argue a recent social media post shows why the restrictions are needed.
Prosecutors say they want the protective order to limit what former President Trump can say about the case publicly, specifically on social media.
Have you ever seen anything like what's going on? I mean, I never heard the word indictment. Then all of a sudden, over a period of a couple of weeks, you get 4 indictments.
Former President Donald Trump remains defiant in the face of the prosecution's request to limit what information he can share publicly about the case against him.
It's not a gag order. The former president is free to criticize the trial. It's not relevant to his First Amendment rights at all.
George Washington University professor Paul Schiff Berman says he's not surprised the former president is fighting the order. The special counsel's office says it's needed because of posts like the one the former president made on Friday, declaring, quote, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you."
Trump is a little bit of a loose cannon and is at least potentially willing to use social media to reveal confidential information or to pressure witnesses or to otherwise obstruct justice.
Over the weekend, former Vice President Mike Pence, who could be a key witness in this case, gave more details about what happened leading up to January 6th.
Frankly, the day before January 6th, if memory serves, they came back, his lawyers did, and said, "We want you to reject votes outright." They were asking me to overturn the election. I had no right to overturn the election.
Trump responded on social media, calling Pence, quote, "delusional." The protective order issue must be resolved before the case can move forward, and a potential trial date can be set at the next hearing on August 28th. For now, in Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki. Back to you.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, things have been pretty quiet out there for most of this afternoon. A lot of that rainfall did bypass us to the south, at least the heavier showers from late yesterday evening. We need the rainfall, but the rest of this evening going to stay fairly quiet. Now we are starting to see some of that cloud cover break up as high pressure slowly works in. Cold front up to the north of us going to stay up to our north here, at least in the short term. That'll kind of sweep through during the afternoon tomorrow, and that could bring us an isolated shower or thunderstorm just with the heating of the day come tomorrow afternoon, and then that'll fade fade away by tomorrow evening. But things are fairly quiet, at least for us locally. Not the case, though, when you look off the East Coast. That system that passed through yesterday brought severe weather down south, really bringing a lot of severe weather up through the northeast, right on down through the southeast. Numerous severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings extending from Georgia all the way up through New York and Pennsylvania here this evening. So very active weather just off the East Coast. Things, as I mentioned, are going to stay pretty quiet with a little more of a dry air mass overhead. Means our temperatures tonight will drop down. We could see a couple of spots fall back into the upper 50s for the start of tomorrow. I think we settle right around that 60-degree mark tomorrow morning, so should still feel fairly comfortable. We'll get some sunshine in here as we go through the morning and early afternoon. Winds will shift around to the northwest. I don't think temperatures are going to get quite as warm as what Futurecast is indicating, but I do think low, even a couple of mid-80s are possible, so still pretty close to where we should be for this time of year. Average high 82, 83 degrees. But with that heating and that weak little system coming in tomorrow, that may be just enough to fire off an isolated shower, rumble of thunder for the afternoon. Now, we are not looking at anything severe for tomorrow, but as some of those showers form and then they kind of collapse on themselves, we could see a stronger wind gust or two, maybe on the order of 40 to 45 miles per hour. So that is a possibility. It's a low end risk for that, but that is a possibility for tomorrow. But again, we are not expecting any severe weather. Next chance for rain comes in on Wednesday. Notice, though, it's not for everybody and it's not widespread. Low pressure again passing to our south, so that'll keep a higher chance for rainfall across central, southern Illinois, areas that had rain the last couple of days over this past weekend. So we've got day one of the Boone County Fair starting tomorrow. Again, if you're heading out there, again, just watch the radar. Isolated shower, thunderstorm, low 80s. We stay in the 80s Thursday, Friday, I think are our warmest days. Could see a shower, thunderstorm again Wednesday. Same thing late Thursday into Friday, early Saturday, but temperatures going into the weekend staying in those 80s. As things go for tonight, pretty quiet out there. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera out in Rochelle. A little breezy with that westerly and northwesterly wind. The major heat that we had over the last couple of weeks when temperatures were in the low 90s and the heat index made it back into the triple digits, well, that has been kind of pushed back to the south and to the west with the position of our jet stream. So that heat remains across the south and then up the west coast underneath that ridge of high pressure. We've got this northwesterly flow overhead. So with that, that does keep about every 12, 24 to 36 hours or so, these little ripples in the jet stream. So these little low pressure systems coming through, and that's where we see that rain chance come in. So low 80s for tomorrow, same thing on Wednesday, 85 on Thursday, 86 on Friday. Lots of dry time there, but I think our temperatures will stay at least into the lower 80s by the time we get into early next week and even into middle of next week.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
There is a not-so-subtle hint that fall and high school football season are coming. Teams hit the practice fields today for their first sessions leading up to the start of the season. They have not quite 3 weeks to get ready. The season kicks off for a few teams in the state on Thursday, August 24th. The majority of the teams will play their openers Friday, August 25th. And a few more will take the field for their first games on Saturday, the 26th. Most of these teams spent a good chunk of the summer going through summer sessions, and some of them, like Byron, practiced against teams from other area schools. Byron coach Jeff Boyer says with a busy summer schedule, most teams are ready to go when August hits.
The work in the summer, it pays off huge here when we start practice. We're probably a lot further ahead than what we used to be, 25 years ago. I think, all sports, it's changed a little bit over the summer and what you can do with kids and the amount of work that you get in.
Once again this month, Reagan Holgate and I will be previewing our area teams with our two-a-days. Tomorrow we begin with the EPC Wildcats at 6 o'clock. Then at 9 and 10, it is the Byron Tigers. In college football, the Georgia Bulldogs are the team to beat again this year, according to the coaches. The Bulldogs are number one in the coaches' preseason poll. Why not? They've won the last 2 national championships, and they've added a boatload of top recruits. Georgia got a whopping 61 first-place votes. The SEC and the Big Ten dominate the poll. Michigan is ranked second. Alabama is third. Ohio State fourth, and LSU fifth. Penn State, by the way, is seventh. Well, the impressive Cubs will try to keep it going tonight in Queens, New York. They're opening a 3-game series against the Mets. Cubs have won 13 of their last 16 games. And the White Sox open up a home series against the Yankees. Great pitching matchup tonight between Dylan Cease and Garrett Cole. A tough blow for the Ice Hogs MVP from last season, forward Luke Philp. He had Achilles tendon surgery over the weekend. He'll be out of action for 6 months. Philp was second on the Ice Hogs in goals scored last season with 29. He also played in 3 games with the Blackhawks.
Well, we got county fair still going on. It's going to be a nice week for that.
I think so. You know, temperatures will be comfortable, not excessively hot, not excessively cold, so that is a plus.
And so you're not too worried about the showers tomorrow for
No,
kickoff?
I think they'll be pretty isolated.
Okay.
I mean, there is that chance that we could see a shower and even an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon just with the heating of the day. So kind of something to kind of keep an eye on if you are going to be out, whether it be at the fair or anywhere else tomorrow afternoon. And of course, we'll be keeping a close eye on it, but no severe weather for tomorrow, so that is a plus. And really, our severe chances this week stay pretty low. Now, we've got the first warn interactive radar, little cloud cover out there tonight. Temperature is down to about 60. We may see some areas of fog south of us where there was some rain that came down. That was mostly for our southern counties. Low 80s next couple of days. I know it looks a little active, but we've also got a lot of dry time out there this week.
All right, thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.